attention to reality, you know, they get demonized. And I'm just one of these soldiers out here trying to bring attention back to reality.
Or what the hell she asked? I was waiting for her
She's
to
talking about the beauty
tie it in.
standard. These black folks' minds are so warped. I understand why this particular person, the one in the blue, would say that, because she's trying to maximize her pool of potential suitors. This should be an interesting feminist and anti-feminist play, truth or drink, but the thumbnail said, what is a woman? So, hey, shout out to The Cut. They be having some dope shit on their fucking channel, bro. Let's get it.
Why do you hate women?
I wouldn't say I hate women, I just believe in certain roles.
All right. Common sense versus crazy.
Hi.
Hello. My name is Bailey.
My name is Riley.
I'm Charity.
I'm Emily.
I am Chauvin.
I'm Peter.
I just want to hear a valid
I'm the
point.
anti-fascist.
It's a valid point. That's all I want to hear.
Feminist?
Anti-feminist, sorry.
Can you each take turns defining what that means for you?
I view feminism as a social movement advocating for the equality of all genders.
My view is anti-feminist. We were born
Of
in.
all genders. All right. All right.
The equality of all genders.
My view is anti-feminist. We were born and raised, and actually we tend to lean in towards those traditional ways, so.
Why do you think we brought these two groups together?
It's really relevant today. There's a lot going on in the climate, so I feel like there's maybe even tension between women in general because of it.
Yeah.
So,
Should we start with the shot?
sure.
Sure.
Alrighty.
What are some stereotypes you've heard about feminists?
Like, I imagine somebody with like hairy armpits and like has period pad earrings, and I'm like, I don't like it.
What makes you like feel that way?
I don't know. I feel like the media mostly.
Sports bras and tiny pants and heels, and trying to just go above and beyond to make it known that it's my body, I can do what I want with it, and you can't do anything.
I don't have sports bras or tiny heels. Or
You're not wrong. Stereotype, not 100%.
It's all about body empowerment and doing everything you can with your body with whoever you please, instead of waiting for the right person or ignoring the
They're
other
sluts.
people. No, not sluts, but that not following,
Yeah, they sluts.
let's say nicely, the 10 Commandments per se, you know.
Who gets laid more, feminist or anti-feminist?
I would have to say feminists.
Facts.
Anti-feminists typically have a stereotype of not exactly being sympathetic or empathetic towards women.
I can see that, but at the same time, I don't see how being anti-feminist would delay a person from being sexually active.
It's all stereotypes, but
I mean, I would like to hope that everybody's having some share of affection or love.
Who gets laid more, feminists or anti-feminists?
I think feminists, just from what I've heard, especially from
Whores.
friends of mine
Sexual
that are women,
liberation.
when they're on dating apps and such, they have someone that they think is, you know, in that kind of sphere of not a feminist or is a Trump supporter
so beige,
or
man. I
something
wanna
like that,
see
and they
somebody
swipe left.
with
Are
the
you a Trump
shit.
supporter, Bailey?
110%. I think he did a really good job at running the country.
Since we're
Who?
on dating apps and such, they have someone that they think is, you know, in that kind of sphere of not a feminist or is a Trump supporter or something like that, then they'd swipe left. Are you a Trump supporter, Bailey?
110%. I think he did a really good job at running the country.
Since we're talking about feminism, what do you think of his comments on women?
You know,
Gotta take the good with
people
the bad.
do say things and do things, and I don't think that people should be held accountable, especially for things that happened, you know, years and years and years ago.
Especially
People
behind
can
closed
say
doors.
things and still be kind, genuine people.
This is a tough question.
Oh God.
Why do you hate women?
What? Is that really it?
Is the question.
My answer is I do not hate women at
That's
all.
a good answer.
Why do you hate women?
I don't hate women. The things that they're trying to stand for, I just think is a little ridiculous. There's been so much time of us doing the same thing, and why would we want to change that?
I wouldn't say I hate women, I just believe in certain roles.
I I need to make this very, very clear. I do not hate women. Every woman's beautiful in their own way. I think the definition of feminism has changed over the last 60, 70 years. I've seen it move towards focusing on women's rights and their reproductive rights, towards being really hateful towards men and their ideals of what is masculine and what isn't.
So if I'm understanding you correctly, you agree with the principles of feminism, but you don't agree with a certain segment of feminists who you perceive to be more man-hating than they are about advocating for equality.
Yes.
This is a patriarchal society that is antithetical to what feminism says, which is we should all be equal.
Define, it has in quotations, a woman.
Define a woman.
Yeah.
A woman itself is anyone who believes that they identify as a woman.
See, these are like, why? Just relinquish what it is to be a woman, bro. This made me think about the other day, man. You know, my girl, she about to pop, and we in the bed, and she's just uncomfortable as fuck, because Rowan about to pull up any day now, man. And she was like, man, these fucking motherfuckers out here could never, talking about men out here identifying as women. You know what I mean? Not because she out here struggling, going through it, is uncomfortable as fuck. You know what I mean? And that's a big part of being a woman. I'm not trying to, minimize those women who aren't able to give birth for whatever reason. You know what I mean? Medical issues, whatever, man. But as a generalization, a woman has the ability to reproduce, right? And that is a big part of being a woman, being a mother, being pregnant, going through childbirth, all that, man. You know what I'm saying? And you just giving that shit away by saying a woman is whomever identifies as being a woman. Like, first of all, like, you still ain't defined this shit. Like, what the fuck is that? On some Matt Walsh shit, man. But it's like, it's a slap in the face to all women. That is crazy to see a woman up here fucking say that shit, bro. Like, what's wrong with y'all? I mean, it's just, we just cut from different cloths, man. Like, me as a man, I would never accept a biological woman as a man, because you not. You ain't this. You know what I'm saying? You're that. And, whatever. No harm to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, do what you do. But I'm not about to just give that shit up to make you fucking feel better because you feel like you know what it is to be me or be us. Nah. Fucking soft-ass fucking society, bro. And I felt that shit when my girl was saying that shit, bro. I ain't no fucking woman, but I see the struggle she got them going through for the second goddamn time, and for all the mothers who have to go through that very, very fucking hard time, beautiful fucking thing to build that relationship with somebody growing inside of you, that whole journey and shit. But you're just giving that shit up. You got feminists out here who don't even fucking like that shit. You know what I'm saying? They fucking look at that shit as like being a cow. They relate childbirth to a woman just being a cow. Like, nah, motherfucker, that's what real shit. That's what you was put on the earth to do above everything. But nah, the world is fucked, bro. The world is fucked. My bad for getting on my little soapbox, dog.
I mean, gender to me is a social construct.
I do feel that definitions are hard, but I do feel that a woman is somebody who was born with a vagina. That's my definition of a woman.
When you're defining words, it can be super tricky to get the actual definition. Like, how would you define a chair?
Well, it has like a seat and a back and 4 legs.
So a horse is a chair.
Which group is more racist?
An inanimate object. That make you feel better?
A horse is a chair.
Fuck this. Bruh, that's perfect. You should snip that. That's the world we live in. That's the fucking world we live in, bro. You over here playing fucking verbal gymnastics and shit, bro. You know what the fuck she meant, dog.
Super tricky to get the actual definition. Like, how would you define a chair?
Well, it has like a seat and a back and 4 legs.
So a horse is a chair.
Which group is more racist and why?
Oh boy.
It's a slam dunk for me, but I'm curious.
I think anti-feminism is really pretty racist.
I would agree.
I'm more liberal on the side of anti-feminism. I think a lot of people who are more traditional are more racist towards that fact and are willing to stay with their groups.
Conservative, traditional motherfuckers tend to be more closed-minded about things, and I guess racist motherfuckers would exist better on that side of the spectrum, so that would make sense.
Why does racism have to come into it?
Some of the first feminists were extremely racist and did not want to include people of color at all in things.
Back then, everybody was racist.
Well, you just taught me something new.
That's why women of different races were allowed to vote at different time periods throughout history.
Honestly, don't know. I might just take a shot, because I can't answer that question. Can you answer the question?
Yeah, I'd say generally I think anti-feminists are more
Yeah, I
racist.
figured you'd say that. Why?
Because there's typically a lot of beliefs that tend to go together.
I disagree. I mean, and personally, I don't see skin color. You're a human.
I think it's an outdated phrase to say I don't see color, and that was born out of not recognizing the different experiences people go through. For your case, you're saying you like to have a traditional kind of household. I don't think there's anything wrong with that if that's what you want. It's more about if you are trying to tell others the way that they should live and you're advocating, politically, voting for people or wanting laws to get passed that keep things a certain way, that restrict people.
Why change something
That makes sense.
works for so long?
Maybe works for some people.
What are feminists not getting right?
It's not.
That makes sense, though. That makes sense. Like, everybody should be able to do whatever the fuck they want to do. You know what I mean? That's my thing is, let me do this. Let me be me. You do you. And we can live in peace. I'm not trying to mold anybody to see things the way I fucking see them or do the things that I want them to do. Right? And that should be in the perfect world. Everybody should be allowed and live freely in how they want to do things. When you make me feel like shit for me living the way I live, and I make you feel like shit for living the way you live, then, that's a problem.
About us versus them. Feminism, at the end of the day, is about the ability for us to be able to work together and pick the best viable person to do the job, no matter what gender they are.
And that's how
Do you
it is
remember
now.
when Trump first got elected and there were the women's rights riots?
Yeah.
People had like the little pink hats with the cat ears, the pussy hats. I don't know what they were called. It makes me think a lot about white feminism and the way that feminism is expressed. Like me included, to have to like check themselves at every point and be like, am I listening to people more marginalized than me? Or am I like getting really excited about a movement and like doing something performative, like wearing a pink hat with cat ears and yeah.
Give feminists one compliment or take a shot.
I'm taking a shot on that one.
Let's take a shot and I'll give you all a compliment. Clink, clink.
I give y'all a shout on not giving a damn what other motherfuckers think about you looking so fucking crazy.
I will say that I think feminists, radical or not, are real strong. Try to beat one down with your words. I don't think it's gonna happen.
I think feminists are amazing in the way of they've made birth control, condoms more accessible, and I think as well as promoting there being male birth control as well.
All right, game's over.
Woo!
All right.
How was that?
That was really fun. Good
conversation.
conversation. Yeah. I think it's conversations that people need to have.
Yeah, it was good.
That's the thing, though. Most people are unwilling to have conversations with those who see the world differently. We should advocate for things like this, man. You know what I mean? It's the only way we're really gonna fix anything is where we talk to each other, find common ground, right? But yeah, that was cool. It wasn't as toxic as I thought it was gonna be. I wanted to see some toxicity. Anyway, thoughts.